Alright, so I've just walked down Grey Street now, which is up there, and if you keep walking down Grey Street, then it'll lead you right to the Quayside, which is right up ahead, so we'll walk over right now. And you can see there the iconic side view of the Tyne Bridge, which is actually not the Sydney Bridge. It gets mistaken for the Sydney Bridge in Australia, but it's the Newcastle Tyne Bridge. Let's go. So the Quayside is arguably like the most iconic touristy part of Newcastle. It's where people like to get their Instagram photos, and it's nice scenery. There's 7 bridges, which you're about to see right now, and yeah. And here we are, the iconic, swanky Quayside of Newcastle. There's the Tyne Bridge right above me, and fun fact, there's 7 bridges in the Quayside. I don't know why Newcastle needs 7 bridges, but it's good for the Instagram shots, to get those artsy shots, and it's good scenery for us, which is good. You can see the River Tyne here, and here's the swing bridge, and there's loads of different bridges for trains, metros, pedestrians, everything. And you see that bar there with the metal containers, that brown one there? That is a new place called the River by the Brew, and it's another bar where you can enjoy a nice cool beverage just right next to the river. Let's keep walking. So on Sundays, this is a good place to come on Sunday. There's a Sunday market, and there's loads of different food stalls and like little quirky shops where they sell little souvenirs to sell on a Sunday. So it's a nice place to come and walk around with friends and family to buy a bunch of local Newcastle stuff or some street food stuff, which is pretty swanky, isn't it? And now, because we're right under the Tyne Bridge right now, fun fact, once in a while on certain occasions, people can actually zip line off the Tyne Bridge. We just had a special event before where people can actually zip line across the Tyne Bridge to right at the bottom of the Quayside during special events. I've never done it myself because I was never confident enough to do it, but it's pretty fun if you ever want to try it out. And even though I've lived here my whole life and I'm pretty used to this landmark in Newcastle, it's just such a nice place just to come and relax, enjoy the river, have a nice food or drink, and just enjoy the scenery. Right over there is the stage, that little slug-shaped looking building, and it's made out of glass, and it's like a theater, so like different arts or performance shows, they have it hosted in the stage. Pretty fancy stuff, right? And actually, because this is the River Tyne, you see how there's boats here? If you went on a boat and followed it right down to the River Tyne, right at the end of the River Tyne going that way, then it actually leads you to the beach, to the coast as well. And you see that one there, the arch-looking building? That bridge is called the Millennium Bridge. And whenever there's ships going by, it actually tilts, so then from a bird's eye view, it's shaped like an eye as well. And this is actually the newest bridge of the Quayside, and it opened in 2001. I remember 3-year-old me when it first opened back in 2001. When they were having the grand opening, there was a huge crowd here in the Quayside, and they officially opened the Millennium Bridge. And it's always a nice place to sit down, where you can sit on the Millennium Bridge and see the entire Quayside in front of you. And also during special events, particularly New Year's, like whenever we have countdowns to any special events, they like to have it hosted here in the Quayside for any fireworks. So there'll be a massive crowd here going along the Quayside, and you can see like a firework display going up in the air, similar to London's fireworks display, except here in the River Tyne. And if you walk all the way down, to the Quayside, once you leave going that direction, it actually takes you to Ousburn Farm, which is another nature-esque sort of part of the Newcastle, and it's actually heading closer back to campus as well, back to Northumbria. So more scenery for us. And now we are headed towards the end of the main part of the Quayside. You can see the Millennium Bridge in front of me right here, and at night time they actually put on a bunch of lights there, and you see that building there, that's the Baltic, a bunch of art gallery stuff, and sometimes Northumbria's art students have their work displayed in there, which is pretty cool. And in the summer they like to have these palm trees and a beach set up here, which is to fit into the summer vibe of the city. And now, that is a wrap of the quayside. See you later. I'm just gonna enjoy the quayside right here. See you next time.